Hello everyone, so a bit of seated stretching today, fascial stretching. So whether you just prefer to do some stretching or it's easier for you to do from a seated position, or whether you've been working at the computer and just need a little bit of a moment to stretch out if you haven't got time to get up and about. So a little bit of warming up first. Don't forget, backs of your hands onto your thoracolumbar fascia, that big strong connective tissue on our back, taking it down as far as your pelvis and then using your knuckles onto the sacrum there, just opening that up. And then we're going to warm up just through our sternum, the breastbone, and into our pecs, because especially if we've been busy sort of at the computer, we want to open that up a little bit more. So either you can just use your hands if you haven't got anything else, or I'm using a ball here. A little bit of give to this one. It's a Davis Sports all ball, yellow all ball. And I'm going to go up and down my sternum just to soften, open that up a little bit. Remind the tissue that it can open, stretch, lengthen, and take your arm to the side and backwards and forwards. We're going to just take it up to the joint, to the glenohumeral joint of your shoulder, round in a circle one way, round in a circle the other way, so that we're really getting into warming up those tendons, all the little receptors in those tendons. And then back to the center, backwards and forwards on the other side, and little circle one way, little circle the other way. All right, then when it comes to your legs, you can either, if you've got a ball, you can look at using the ball sort of on your legs. Two balls if you have, you can do two together. But otherwise, you can just look at using your hands, use the friction, the warmth of your hands, backwards and forwards on your quads, your IT band, get onto your hamstrings, calves, shin. All right, so you're just stimulating the connective tissue to warm it up and just ready for a little bit of stretching. Okay, so then we're going to use, again, you don't have to be using a ball here. We're going to lengthen out our leg and have our foot, maximum stretches with your foot at about 90 degrees to the floor, fully extending your leg. But if that doesn't feel, if that's giving you a little bit of a stretch, too much in your hamstrings, then just release your knee and maybe have your foot to the floor. We're going to be rolling, and again, this can be, you can be using your hands. I'm going to use a ball, so whatever ball that you've got, or you know, an orange, whatever you might have at hand, sort of rolling it down just as far as is comfortable for you. And we usually do sort of 3 goes going down and up, and then the 4th go, we will hold it there with one hand. I'm going to move my foot, so I'm stretching out different fibers, and then I'm going to take my arm back behind me and really lengthen, turning my hand front to back, and then I'm going to stretch up to the ceiling as if somebody's trying to pulling on a rope, and then I'm going to stretch my hand to the front, and I'm still moving it side to side as I'm still doing the same with the leg as well. Then I'm going to swap hands over, so a little bit more of a stronger stretch here, but lots of nice 3D movements, stretching our 3D connective tissue, our fascial network, which holds and binds us together. Reach up to the ceiling, stretching across the room, and then looking at rolling that ball back up again and over to the other side. Now you might want to listen to some music. Usually in class we'd have some nice funky music playing, but I thought I'd not bother so you could actually hear me speak and not interrupted by listening to some great music, and then move. Or alternatively, you might not like the music, my taste of music, so good idea not to have any music on this one. And moving your foot again side to side, move your hand, really reach. Don't let that stretch wane, just keep as if you're trying to stretch it out that little bit more. Reach up to the ceiling, stretch across the room. You're maintaining that tension so that you're stretching and moving it at its maximum length. And then we're swapping hands over, that other hand's going out behind. I'm stretching, moving side to side. Reach up to the ceiling, stretch across the room. Maintain that movement. Maintain the movement of your arm and your leg. Feel that lovely stretch all the way through your back, all the way through that fascia that we've warmed up, and then come back up again. Okay, so that's the short version. I'll do the other version in a moment. Thank you for now. Bye.